Today, we're going to discuss real estate side hustles you can do as we head into a recession. Long gone are the days when employees had multiple job offers, and you need to wrap your head around the fact that you need to have a side hustle and not be just relying on one source of income. So I get really frustrated when I look online and I see different side hustles, and some people list YouTube as a side hustle. You're not going to make money from YouTube for a very long time. A side hustle should have a few factors that I think are important. One, you need to be able to get paid right away. If you can't get paid right away, then that is not a helpful side hustle to most of you that are trying to earn extra money. Secondly, is it needs to be something that you can do repeatedly. Like sometimes I see things where you could sell your clothes or something online. That's not a side hustle. That's called selling the stuff that you have on OfferUp. Lastly, you need to be able to grow and scale it. This is essentially going to be your small business. Whether or not it's your main source of income ever or not, it is a small business to you and you need to run it like a business. So remember, as I go through these side hustles, that some of these are going to be right up your alley and others are going to be outside of your skill set or something that you want to do. So the first one I'm going to talk about is a handyman. Because if you are at all handy and can fix things, you can make a lot of money doing this. I typically pay my handy men and women about $75 an hour, and a lot of times they have a 2-hour minimum. So if you can fix things, being a handyman or a handywoman is a really good option to make some extra money. I also love the handyman side hustle because it is recession-proof. Things are always going to break, and there's always people like me that can't fix them, and we always need people like you that can. You can advertise this on Craigslist, TaskRabbit, pass out flyers in your neighborhood. All three are a great way to build your base and earn some extra cash. Side hustle number 2, Airbnb decorator. So Airbnb has become really popular in the last few years, and the expectation from the guests have went up a lot. Now they really expect to walk into a very nice looking setup. And a lot of people that own these Airbnbs, like myself, don't have the skill set to make them look beautiful with decorations on a budget. If you have that skill set and that eye for decorating, you can make a lot of money here by offering your services to people that have different Airbnbs. The fees are kind of all over on what you can charge here, but I would start low, and then as you kind of build your clientele and your base, you can increase your prices. But it's an awesome side hustle. It really wouldn't take any money to get started if you have that eye for decorating. Side hustle number 3 is wholesaling. So wholesaling is a great side hustle if you're very motivated. So basically what wholesalers do is they drive around and they look for properties that are not listed for sale, and they talk to the owners and they try to see if they want to do an off-market listing. So if they decide they want to do an off-market listing, you do an agreement with the seller that you're going to find a buyer for them, and you basically get a commission. This side hustle can give you a lot of extra income, and it also can teach you the ropes of real estate if that's something you're interested in getting more involved in. As the real estate market continues to correct, it's also a good time to find those wholesale deals as well. Side hustle number 4 is becoming a notary. So a lot of times notaries get overlooked because it's a very old school thing. Every loan document still needs to be notarized. Basically what a notary does is they verify a signature. What I love about notaries is it doesn't take much to get started. You can charge about $75 a signature. And if you do, one of these a day, that's some really good extra money without a lot of work. If you live in a vacation area, and that's house sitting. So a lot of times people have vacation homes, in Florida, Arizona, California, Idaho, all over the place. And they only stay at those homes for about 3 months out of the year. Well, the other 9 months out of the year, a lot of times the home sits vacant. So when that happens and no one's using the home, people hire people called house sitters to come in, walk the property, make sure there's no leaks, make sure the appliances are working, make sure the pipes aren't freezing, making sure the pipes are working, and also, kind of picking up and getting the mail and making sure everything is running smoothly. This is a very easy job that you can do on your own time. I actually know a girl that does this here, and she house sits about 30 houses a month on the off season, and that's very good extra money as well. It also tends to be a recession-proof because a lot of times these people with these second homes can afford them and then also can afford to pay you. The last side hustle I'm going to talk about is the most passive, and that's house hacking or apartment hacking. So if you're in a house or an apartment and you have extra bedrooms, this might be a great option for you. Basically what this is taking that extra room that you have and renting it out to somebody else for a passive income. It's basically like being a real estate investor, but you're using the place that you actually live to do it. What I love about this is it takes no work from you. You just have to be able to tolerate a roommate, and you're going to make money each and every month. This can really help when you're trying to combat things like inflation and also as we're going into a recession. And a lot of people are going to need places to stay because they're looking to downsize. So renting a room from you might make a lot of sense.